Okay, recording this video on Sunday, the 5th of January 2024, just gone 7:56 a.m. Chicago time. Do hope you are doing well. So it's the weekend and time for another weekend futures market recap. We'll go through 15 of the largest futures markets and I'll show you what I'm seeing on my charts. Do hope you are doing well. We've traveled to Hawaii. We're on the beautiful island of Kauai and got in yesterday. And a little bit jet lagged, well actually very jet lagged, and what is it, 3:57 a.m. in the morning here. Trying not to speak too loudly, Mrs. Emini-Watch is still asleep, so try and get this video out. Sorry it's a little bit late. I'm going to be here for 4 or 5 months, which is kind of good, and there's a massive swell running at the moment. I should have looked at it yesterday, but we had so much admin to do and get down to the beach to have a look. But anyway, it's big, so we'll see if I get out today. Anyway, we're going to go through the mini charts, daily all the way down to the 15-minute and then the 13,500 tip. And then we're going to go through the futures markets and we'll see what's going on. We had a couple of nice trades. As I said in the last video, had a pretty high conviction trade on crude, and that pumped all week, and we'll have a look at that. And also that we were looking for a bottom in equities, which we also got. So 2 good calls from last weekend's video. Anyway, here we go. Emini chart. We're in an uptrend on this highest time frame chart because we have the background in red over here, which shows in terms of price and volume the market's in an uptrend. You can see the bars are red here on this right hand chart, which shows better sine wave. So better sine wave, despite all of this volatility, jiggery pokery up and down here, the bars are red, 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 which shows that we're in an uptrend. So that is good. We were just looking for the right place to find a little bit of a bottom. 135-minute chart. Here we go. This is some nice activity this week. We got our bullish divergence come in. We tested down here to this big low where we had the exhaustion, the sell signal. We have blue professional bars coming at that low in this sequence here. And then we've tested down here with a bullish divergence. Came in with pullback to end of trend on this time frame. We've overshot the support on the intermediate time frame. So it's certainly weak at this point. We've not turned red at this point with a better sine wave indicator, but it's showing us that there's some possibility here that this is kind of good. We're going to get stopped here and go reverse and go around. We are parallel here on better sine wave on this highest time frame here, which does show we're still in a trending move. So let's see if we've got to have another pass down and let some time run until these two come together and everything comes together. I'm wary about that because we did overshoot the support in the intermediate time frame support here at the end of trend. That's why I'm saying do we have to wait a little bit longer this week in order to get real confirmation that we're going to turn into a strong uptrend. Wait and see. 45-minute chart. Here we go. The big pro bars come in here. So this is the exhaustion sell that we had. So the bars are blue, which shows the professionals there, and the background is blue that shows their extra high average trade size. We call that big pros. And here's the exhaustion sell signal. The bullish divergence come in here, and on this little test down, you can see less selling going on. And here's a nice confluence of patterns come together. So we've got our support, highest time frame, end of trend on the intermediate time frame, and we're starting to bust above resistance here on the lowest time frame. So we've got our first sign of strength on the 45-minute chart. But the background is black at the moment. We had the last one was grey. Do we need to come back down, have some blue professional bars, trail this stop a little bit closer, and then bust up through that trailing stop? That's a possibility there. And on the 15-minute chart, here we go. This is the sell-off. The solid yellow vertical lines show us the beginnings and the ends of the week. So 2 weeks ago, here's the sell-off that we had. Bang, bang. Exhaustion sell, bullish divergence. But we had the bullish divergence right on the zero line. So I said maybe we had to wait for a flush pattern, which would be a pretty bad reading to the downside and give us a yellow flush signal similar to this. But we've not had one in the last 2 weeks. We've come down in terms of selling that we've had, but not generated a flush pattern. Blue professional down bar here, the first one since this week, which is good. We test below those lows, which is nice. Scare everybody out, shake out trade, that's called there. And we've broken into an uptrend, but it's with a Rambo pattern, and we're coming down below the lows of those yellow bars, that sequence there. So let's wait and see if we have to come back down and then come back up through 6,000 to really get this thing going. But 15-minute chart, yeah, no flush pattern, odd. In terms of the cyclical patterns, yep, we've been looking for signs of strength. And on the better sine wave indicators, you can see this confluence of support levels come down at this level here. And we've had this sign of strength, which is good, breaking up to 6,000. And lastly, the 13,500 tip bar chart, which gives us the most granularity on the sell-off here. And last weekend's video, we were back here and I was saying we had this exhaustion sell pattern getting the move going, and typically what we want to see is an exhaustion sell pattern to mirror this on the way down. So all the volume that's coming out and getting short here needs to use an exhaustion pattern at the end of the trending move in order to get back in. And that's what we had. We hadn't had one. The exhaustion buy patterns that we had were up here and up here at the ends of these weeks, beginning of this week. But here we got our exhaustion sell patterns down here. Bang, bang. So the levels aren't the same, but that's not how better momentum works. We were looking for exhaustion patterns. We got two selling down here, which was really nice. So for me, that's all done on the downside. We just need to test to confirm and then break to a strong uptrend move. And we've had no blue professional bars down here at the lows. We've ramped off a Rambo pattern here. So 3 little professional bars at the end of the week. And I don't know, I'm just wondering if we're going to come back down and have blue professional bars come in properly at a test and then break up from there. But we'll wait and see. But this is important in terms of bottoming down here with the exhaustion patterns. So that's kind of good. So there we go. Some views on the E-mini. It's been a good week there. Got a nice trade. Actually myself, 58.90. I was in on this move. 58.90 was just about here where this started to break up. On the 4,500 tip bar chart, we had a really nice signal there. So got that long for 50 points, got it at 59.40. And I think it was just 59, yeah, around this area here. We had some blue professional bars on the lower time frame charts, and it was also traveling. Wanted to be flat during our flight. So there was another 50 points in it, but happy to be out with a nice trade and not have any stress when we're traveling, checking charts and all that stuff. Not good. All right, let's talk about the euro, because the Forex markets got destroyed this week. So this is the Christmas week's trading. You can see the beginning and the ends of the week are very close together. That's because it was pretty thin trading as usual during the holiday season. But then as soon as the week started off proper bang, we just gave way. Obviously these blue professional bars and these lows weren't enough to stop the market there. And we're down at, what are we, 103. It seems like it's being pulled like a magnet down to parity with the US dollar. But I don't know. This week I think we're going to see the reverse. I think the dollar's going to weaken, and I think we're going to get some strength in some of the other currencies. But anyway, so down here at these lows, we've had our big exhaustion sell patterns come in with bullish divergence. Blue professional bars come in here at 103, and we're starting to break up. So let's see if the euro consolidates a little bit and breaks into a trending move up. British pound, same thing, got destroyed this week. We did not have blue professional bars on the lows, and I point this out in a couple of videos ago. Yes, we had exhaustion patterns down here, and we ramped off that, but we didn't have blue professional bars. That needed to come in here. We're down at 124, bang, bang, bang. Now we don't have exhaustion sell patterns down here. We've got an exhaustion buy. So traders were pretty anxious at this point here to kind of get long, so that's interesting. But the trailing stop is some ways away, so we're going to spend some time basing on the British pound, and let's see if we rally from there. Aussie dollar. Now, Aussie dollar was pretty good this week because all the other currencies were heading down pretty harshly, but the Aussie dollar didn't. And this is a little bit more constructive on the downside. So we've got exhaustion sell, bullish divergence, patterns flush, come down here. Big pro bars come in here at 61.8. Down here at the lows, and then we're starting to consolidate here. So I actually like the Aussie dollar at the moment, and we're starting to get some signs of strength here. So the Aussie dollar might do well, and Japanese yen down here at the lows. Also, the damage had been done in the 2 weeks prior down here. We've got exhaustion sell patterns, but blue professional bars, couple down here. Not like we had here or here, no big pro bars. So we're testing at this point here. So we're consolidating a little bit with the Japanese yen. So let's see if we break out of this congestion zone on the Japanese yen, Aussie dollar this week. Those would be interesting. 10 years. Now, 10 years. Last week we ended with blue professional bars at the end of the week, which is interesting here. And then midweek they come in with big pro bars, exhaustion buy patterns here. And we're testing back down. We're below that level. So it's interesting, but it's not confirmed. We need to get back above this level here to show that the 10 years are going to start to rally. Yeah, at the moment the signal is short. So are we going to have to come back down, have more exhaustion sell patterns down here? Big pro bars coming again? I don't know. 10 years not giving us clear direction there. And gold. Gold, this was an interesting week. Again, not much going on last week, but this week, into those lows, big pro bars come in and they get the move going. But we've come back down. So let's see if this area holds and we get back above 26.80 on gold. That's interesting. So the big pro bars that we had here taking profits on the highs here, getting in at the lows. And silver might be lining up for a little bit of a strong move. So we're congesting a little bit, and here's the exhaustion sell bullish divergence flush pattern. Big pro bars come in here, bang bang. We test with Rambo patterns this week into those lows. So the Rambos are wrong-footed, and then the big pro bars buy it at this breakout here. We're just testing. So $30 silver might be interesting this week for a trade, and Bitcoin actually was rallying. We got up to 99 as well. It's a shame we didn't have these big pro bars down here at the lows at 92, but it was pretty oversold, and then stair-step trade here. Market takes off to the upside, no blue professional bars taking profits here and there, but on the weakness here the professional bars step in with the exhaustion sell pattern there, and we get going from there, so that's good. So Bitcoin's in an uptrend now. And here's the crude chart, which I had a nice little trade. I was long 71.60 out at 73.12. I could have had a better exit, but the E-mini trade was starting to line up at that point, so I just rolled out of the crude trade into the E-mini trade, and the crude trade kept on going up to 74s, which was my initial profit target on there, just above 74. So that's okay, but this was the setup here. The market was strong. Last week, exhaustion sell at that point here. Stair-step trade, just kept on breaking up and up. And now the big pro bars have come in at the end of the week at 74. So for the time being, we just have to wait and see where this goes, whether it's a bigger trending move on the higher time frame charts. Natural gas. Now, I was pretty bullish on natural gas at the end of last week in the video, and we gapped up first thing, and it just kept on going and going up to 420, and then just gave it all up and closed the gap by the end of the week. So that was a pretty odd trade. I suppose for reversal you would have had blue professional bars at the highs, exhaustion buy I suppose closer to the highs, but no, they were using that activity, the gap up, to get short at this area here, and then we just ended up closing the gap. But we've got a potential setup again. Big pro bars, the background's in blue, exhaustion sell, bullish divergence. We've closed down here. So let's see if natural gas holds again this level and breaks into another uptrend there. And copper's looking interesting at the moment. So finally, copper down here at $4, which is psychologically an important level. Big pro bars come in here. No exhaustion sell at these lows. That's a shame. We've got exhaustion buy getting this move going. So let's see if copper keeps on going. And lastly, the ags. So we had a strong week in ags, but topped out with Rambo patterns, and then big pro bars come in here and start to sell it down. So we're in a downtrend on corn, soybeans, a bit all over the show here. We didn't have professional bars coming at the lows, exhaustion sell down here, anything like that. Not a proper setup there, but downtrends signaling at the moment. And wheat I thought was good for a rally. After this exhaustion sell, bullish divergence, and big pro bars come in here. Yep, we got our rally, and then it just fizzled. We've come back down. More big pro bars coming in here at the lows. So we're going to have to do it all again down here at 530 or so. So there we go. You can probably sound my voice a little bit all over the show. But yeah, feet under the desks this week because we're back. The markets will open up proper on the 6th, and the volume will start to come back in. So let's just see what starts to line up during the week. Hope your trading is going well.